17. Think about a square whose side length is 16 centimeters. So I have a square. It's 16 on every one of the sides. And it says, what is the length of the diagonal? The diagonal is the distance from one corner to the opposite corner. So I just want that. Well, that's a right triangle. So this is just a Pythagorean theorem where we're trying to find the hypotenuse. So the one leg squared plus the other leg squared equals the hypotenuse squared. 16 squared is 256 plus 256 is c squared. That's 512. Now, how do you get c by itself? You take the square root of both sides. When we do that, let's see, c will be approximately the square root of 512. Type it in your calculator. Should be about 22.6 is what I had earlier. 22.6. Okay, rounded to the nearest tenth. Number 18, what is the distance from that point to that point? So we're going from one point to another. Basically, this is a Pythagorean theorem problem again. The distance from here to here is simply the change in your x values, which in this case, -3 to 0, that's going to be a change of 3. Here up, your vertical is simply the change in your y's. 4 to 14, that guy's going to be a 10. So it's going to be 3 squared plus 10 squared equals the c squared. But if we put it in the formula, and that formula is just saying the same thing, change in your x's squared plus the change in your y values squared. Change my x's. Well, -3 to 0. That has a distance of 3. We don't put -3. It's just 3 squared. Plus, well, distance from 4 to 14. How far apart are those? Those are 10 apart. If you subtract them, you get 10. So 10 squared. So 9 plus 10 squared, that's 109 total when I put those two together, because 3 squared is 9, 10 squared is 100. So it's 109. I know 10 times 10 is 100. So I just take the square root of 109, should be 10 point something. It's going to be about 10.44 and some stuff. So just about 10.4 is the distance between those 2 points.